Bill Jenkins, what's happening, my brother? Welcome to What's the Word Wednesday.
Hello, what's up, Miss K? It's the only thing we know how to do, sir.
That's all we know how to do is work hard and play hard.
Oh, that's enough. That's enough of that. So, welcome to another installation of What's the Word Wednesdays. I am Eric Clifton, and this is none other than
Roger Lillard.
Absolutely, and we are here to just share a word with you guys. We're going to be talking today about how to get yourself to the next level in business, and we're going to discuss 3 different components that can help you guys get to that next level. You know, no matter what area or position you find yourself at right now, there's always another step, and you should always, especially for those in the beginning, you want to evaluate these 3 fundamental foundational principles that we're going to go over with you guys to pretty much help you to get yourself to that next level. So, any opening statement?
Well, all I want to say is, if you don't have a pen and paper, you're not serious, you want to get a pen and paper, take some copious notes, right? Because note takers are money makers. So sit back, relax. We're going to give y'all some powerful information tonight on, like he said, taking your business to the next level. So
absolutely,
we're going to go ahead and jump right on in.
Mr. Big Slice Billy is all the way from Jamaica. Everybody say yeah man to Billy. Or actually, really we should be saying wagwan. That we both be saying wagwan, Billy. So first thing we're going to talk about, guys, is the difference between your why. There's a real why, and then there's a fake why. The why, your why is why you decide to get into business in the first place. What is that reason, that significant reason that you decided to get involved in this particular opportunity? 90% of the people that I speak to, when I ask them what their why is, they usually say, I don't want to say 90%, but a high percentage of them, the reason is something surface like money or for my kids or something just really basic like that. And I want to let you guys know that, you know what, that's not the real why. That's the fake why. That's the why that will you give a person just to shut them up real quick. But unfortunately, that why isn't strong enough to keep you in the business. Because most people is, you know, I got involved, I became an entrepreneur, a business owner, I wanted to be a boss, right? But extra money isn't enough to sustain you when times get hard and things start getting shaky. Because you can go out and get a second job for some extra money. Your why needs to be deeper than that. I ask people, okay, so if you want to get some extra money, what's the extra money for? Let's think deeper. What are you going to do with that extra money? What would your life be like if, let's say, you didn't have to pay your mortgage anymore, right? What's going to happen with that extra money? What if all of a sudden you were literally debt free? What then does your lifestyle become like, right? What if you were trying to get the extra money to take care of your parents or something like that? What now does life become like when you take that extra money and use it for the good thing or whatever it is that you're trying to do? That thing right there, when you think about it, that's your real why. It's not just making money, right? It's something deeper than that. And that's what you guys need to hone in on. And most people that get involved in the business, they don't know it yet. They haven't taken the time to think that hard. What is it that I really want? What am I going to do? If I had nothing to do all day, time and money being no issue, now what, right? So that should be the driving force for you. You got to tap into that.
Your why will keep you focused, right, long after the mood has left you. In other words, when you get to a point in your business where you're thinking, okay, this ain't working, when you don't feel like it. Like there's some days, like for instance, you know, we go work out in the gym. There's days we don't feel like it, but the why will take you to the gym to go work out. The why would say, you know what, don't eat this week because I'm trying to lose this amount of weight. So your why has to drive you past when you get to a point mentally that you don't feel like doing it. Your why really it's the emotional feeling that, okay, if I don't work my business, if I don't get to this level, who am I letting down? There are people out here, right? As a matter of fact, there's a part of you that don't want you to be successful. So you have to overcome that with your why. So here's an example. My why is I have twins, right? One girl is 16, right? When they graduate from college, I'm going to be in a position where they won't have to go look for a job if they don't have to. If they don't want to, I should say. And so your why has to be big. It's got, the bigger your why is, the longer you'll stick around, the more your psyche, you'll be able to overcome any objections, any no's, anything that's going to prevent you from moving forward in your business. And so your why sometimes even make you cry, right? You feel me? So at the end of the day, have a big why. It's got to be strong. Like, it's going to get you past when you're feeling down, you're having a bad day at work, and you come home from work, you don't feel like talking to nobody because you're tired from work, but you don't want to go through any no's, right? It's got to be bigger than that. And so everything that you're going to go through in your business that may seem tiresome or negative, right? That's part of the business. And so at the end of the day, you have to have a major why that's going to push you past all the negativity, all the things that's going to happen to you mentally and physically in your business.
I agree with you 100%. Your why has to be the driving force behind why you're doing what you're doing. Let me give you like a totally exaggerated example. Let's just say you was trying to get from here, we're in the Maryland area. Let's just say you was trying to get from Maryland to Philly. Me and Roger, we're going to go to Philly. Why? You know what? Because we want to go eat a steak and cheese sandwich. So we're going to go to Philly. That's our why. And the vehicle, we got a vehicle outside. Mm-hmm. The only reason we're going is to get that steak and cheese.
Absolutely.
Now guess what? Because that why is so basic and so surface, we can really get a steak and cheese from around the corner, right? If we got a phone call, we might spend 30 minutes on the phone call before we gas up the car and get it. I mean, all kinds of distractions could happen that would get us away from our road trip to Philly, because the why is just to go get a daggone steak and cheese. But watch this. And we might get there. We might drop the top on the car and take our time just cruising to get there. Why? Because we're just going to get a steak and cheese. Our why isn't powerful enough or passionate enough to make us move for real. But now watch this. We're in the Maryland area. Cars out front, our vehicle. We got to get to Philly because there was a major incident, accident, terrorist attack or whatever. And both of our kids are in Philly. Guess what? Our why is different. Our why is deeper. We might still get a steak and cheese while we're out there, but guess what? We are now mission driven. We hell bent on getting to Philly, right? We ain't taking a 30-minute phone call. We making sure we gassed up, right? We're not cruising. We're not dropping the top. We are going straight to Philly. And guess what? If we've never been there before, that's not an excuse. Are there going to be some road bumps and some tolls ahead? Yes, absolutely. We understand them. We're prepared for them. Guess what? If we on that road and we end up in traffic, I don't care how long the traffic jam is. If it's too much traffic, me and Roger might get out and walk to Philly because our why is just that powerful. So understand, your why for being in this business has to be deep like that. Right? If you quit this business, something catastrophic should happen in your mind. If I quit this business, my kids don't go to college. Wow. In my mind. If I quit this business, my daughter doesn't get that dream car that she wants. If I quit this business, what? Right? That catastrophic what? That is what pushes me. Right? Even when, because I, like you guys, I feel like quitting sometimes. I feel like not doing this. But my why will wake me up in the middle of the night like, hey, we got to move. Right? I got a mission. I got somewhere I got to be. And this vehicle Planet Marketing is the vehicle that's going to take us where we got to go. So last thing on why, you guys need to reevaluate your why. Write it down on paper so you can look at it. And when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you pick up a piece of paper and be like, you know what? I don't want to, but I got to. And if anybody wants to know the reason why, you got it on paper. Here's why. And my why is sitting right there in front of me on the other side of this camera. I cannot quit this business. I cannot stop. I will not stop, right? Come hell or high water, we're going to get to where we got to go.
See, you on fire, you on fire, you on fire. He took the words right out of my mouth. And so just to let you know, we on the same page. You put your why on paper, right? Goal setting is another training. We'll talk about that another time. But I want to talk about put your why, write your why down. Keep it in front of you so that you see it. So whenever you have a hard time, okay, it's in front of you. If it's a house you want, if it's a car you want, whatever it is you want, keep it in front of you. Look at it daily. So whenever you have a hard time, okay, this is why. This is my why. So out of sight, out of mind, right? So keep your why in front of you. Put it on paper. Something magical about putting your why, writing things down, right? It says write your vision upon tablets, right? So you probably know that verse a little bit better than I do. But at the end of the day, write your why down on paper, and you'll see. As a matter of fact, see your why. See, if you have an organization right now, your why is going to help others because you got a vision, you have a dream. Your why is big, and if you share that with your organization, now they'll create a why, and it's all about duplication. That's another training. But I just want to let you all know, if you don't have a why, if it's not strong enough, and you're trying to build an organization, it's not going to happen if your why's not big enough.
Absolutely.
So back to what I was saying is, there's two stories, right? Not trying to complicate things, but there's two stories you should know. You should have a travel story, and you should have a money-making story. Okay, prime example, all right? Here's my travel story. If I'm talking to someone at the grocery store, gas station, cookout, right? And we're talking travel, and then someone says, hey, you're a travel agent? Absolutely, right? And they say, well, I'm thinking about going to Aruba sometime in the future, right? So now I'll say, listen, I want to share with you how you can travel wholesale versus retail. Would that entice you? Sure, right? So now I'm gonna tell my story. By the way, I went to Cancun last year. We stayed at the Bavaro Deluxe in Punta Cana, right? 5-day, 4 nights, right? 5-star resort, all inclusive, right? How much would something like cost you? And they always say $1,200, $1,600. Great. Well, because I'm a part of this network and I'm an agent, we travel for $449. And so that opens their ears like, well, how do you do that? Great. What's the best number to contact you at so I can provide you with more information? I didn't talk about no comp plan. I didn't go over no presentation. I told a story. Here's my next story. Now that's something I did. So now that you have this on video, you can use that story, right? Next story, right? Someone wants to make additional income. We're talking about money now. So here's my money story. My business partner, Mr. Scott, knows I didn't say my buddy, my pal, my friend. My business partner, Mr. Scott, he's here in the DMV, right? He and his wife he was able to actually bring his wife home from work because of this opportunity on a part-time basis. And so he's really, he's doing really well in the business. And as a matter of fact, what I'd like to do is introduce you to him. That's the nugget. I'm getting the 3-way ready already. And all I did was tell his story. You follow me? So tell the story. Don't talk about, man, they got, 70% commissions on travel, and, we can talk to the vendors. All they want to know, can they make some money or can they travel for less? Tell the story when you're out and about talking to people. Listen, a lot of you are going to be at cookouts this weekend coming. Tell some stories. The more stories you tell, the more you'll pique people's interest, and the more numbers you'll get, and you'll be able to do some follow-up and 3-way calls with that as well. Absolutely
Right about that. That now brings us to the last thing that we were going to talk about is your belief system. The big BS. The
big
BS
BS.
stands for belief system. And this one right here is serious because it's good to have a why. You know why you want to do something. You got some stories you can tell that's going to help you do something. But if you really don't believe in this opportunity or yourself, so your belief system in this opportunity or in yourself, if you don't believe, your belief system isn't strong, you're not going to do anything, right? I know what you believe based on your actions and what you're doing.
That's good.
So you can tell me that you believe in Planet Marketing, but I can sit back and watch your actions, see what you're doing. They tell me otherwise, right? You tell me you believe, watch this. You tell me you believe a stove is hot, and I keep seeing you putting both hands on the stove. I got the right to question your belief. Like, do you really believe what you telling me, right? So you saying that Planet Marketing is the vehicle that's going to take you to your next wealthy place. And we're giving you all these things to do and say and things that you should put into action. And some of you guys aren't doing them. I get to sit back and question your belief system. It's either your belief system in yourself that you can do it, or the belief system in the company that it can accomplish what they're saying it can accomplish, right? Some of you guys who are not driving your dream vehicle. You're not driving your dream vehicle, but then you'll tell us that you don't want to put a magnet on the side of your car that advertise or promotes the vehicle or the business opportunity that you're a part of.
That's good.
Now watch this. It'll make you money. You say you're a part of that team, right? Then why be ashamed to wear the paraphernalia that's associated with the industry that you're a part of? If I join the 49ers as a football organization, I'm a firm believer that this is the rock solid football team that I'm going to be a part of. Guess what you're going to see me wearing? 49er hats, t-shirts, logos, mugs, the whole nine. Stickers, everything going to be 49ers. I'm a 49er fan, so that just comes naturally, right? But it wouldn't matter. At the end of the day, no, that's the team that I'm a part of, right? And I believe in that team. You guys are a part of the Planet Marketing and travel industry team. That's what you're a part of. Now you say you believe it, but you got friends and family members you're not telling about this opportunity. You got people that you are prejudging about this opportunity. But you say you believe it's the best thing since sliced bread, so why are you not telling everybody? We're not worried about whether or not they make a decision or not. We're saying that I believe that this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm telling everybody. Is your belief system there yet? Are you that passionate about your opportunity, right? And if you're not, then the question is why? It could be because your why's not big enough, right? It could be because you're not following the leader. If your belief system isn't there yet, use mine. Use Rogers until yours gets there, right? But you have to follow suit, right? You have to believe that this is going to do what we say it's going to do. Just like you believe your job going to pay you after working there for however long you got to work before you get a check, whether it's 1 week or 2. You believe they're going to pay you, and you show up and show out for 8 or more hours a day and hoping that they give you a check. And then they've given you a check, so you come back again. And we're telling you, we've been at this particular position a little bit longer than you. We're telling you that this opportunity, this vehicle right here, second to none, will take you to your next wealthy place. You don't believe me? Take a look at some people who are making $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month. It's already been proven. We believe it. We're following them. And we're expecting the results. But if your belief system isn't there, trust me, you're going to be broke. You're not going to get what you're looking for out of this opportunity. I guarantee you. What you got?
Yeah, I've been chomping at the bit for a minute now. Hey, listen, your belief system, I want to share with you, like, we talk about belief system. We understand that your belief system is important to your business, whether you're selling travel or you're out building a network. But how do you actually build your belief system? So one of the things one of my mentors said, if you hang around 9 broke people, you're going to be number 10. But if you hang around 9 successful people, you'll be number 10 as well. It bodes well for both ways. And so some of us are in a circle right now that is hindering us from getting to our wealthy place. So it's hard. We're comfortable right there. Like we've been there for a while. But sometimes we have to step away from that circle and enter another circle. If you are the strongest link in your chain, then you got to be the weakest link. Sounds a little different because you want to grow. And if you're not growing, your business ain't growing. So you want to get out of a circle and put yourself in a circle where you can actually learn from somebody. You can grow from someone. Get around those people that have your answer. Get away from those people that have your problem. And sometimes we just sit in that and we say, man, my business ain't working. Okay, who's mentoring you? See, that was another thing. You know who's mentoring me? Eric Thomas, Les Brown, Willie Jolly, Mark Victor Hansen, Jim Rohn, just to name a few, Connie Podesta. What are you listening to at night? What are you listening to during the daytime? And you all know I do the Rogers Nugget once a week every now and then. Since I've been doing this, I kind of slid away from it because this is important, this format here. But self-development is the key. You have to be reading something. Mr. Clifton turned us on to the Audible. What's going in here? Because whatever's going in here is going to come out here. What you think about, you bring about. If you're not thinking about getting your bills out of the way, getting money out of the way as an issue, think of this. If our entire organization, Team Platinum, we all work together to get money as an issue out of the way, and we're in the perfect company to do so. But our belief system has to be high enough for us all to work together as one unit. As one unit. We all working together to get money. Watch this. Everyone who's watching tonight, I want y'all to think about this. Mr. Clifton and myself, what if all of us were making 10 grand a month right now residually for the rest of our lives? What are we doing together as a unit? What are we doing with the income? Team Platinum. And so, you want to definitely get around some people or listen to something that's going to motivate you, inspire you to want to do more, have more. In order to do those things, you got to become more. So if you don't want to become more, that's one thing. I mean, if you're in this to use travel as a vehicle to save money, that's nothing wrong with that. If you want to get involved and just build a small network and just to make some extra money, that's cool. But if you're listening to this tonight and you're saying you want to make 10, 20 grand a month, these things that we're talking about tonight, you must do. So I'm gonna leave you with that.
Absolutely. One thing I like that you was talking about, that who you're associating yourself with also plays a major role in your belief system. And watch this. And also, it also plays a major role in where you're getting your stories from. So watch this. If you guys are never at events, if you're not at the local meetings, if you don't have a local meeting in your area, if you're not on all of these conference calls, right? This is where, like you were saying, your belief system is being built. This is where you see these stories, right? This is where you get to rub shoulders with someone that's making $20, $30, $40, $50,000. That's how you get that belief, even it's possible, right? If somebody else can do it as a human being, that means it is absolutely possible. And now that I know it's possible, hold up, you mean to tell me in this company, you making $60,000 a month in this company? Then that means I can do it, right? Because obviously before it had never been done. But now that it's been done, that means I can do it, and you ain't no better than me. You just got started before me. So now let me show you. There was a movie. I forgot the name of the movie. What's the track star? The track movie.
Oh my goodness.
I forgot. Y'all know the movie I'm talking about.
Somebody posted up.
He broke the record for running this, whatever the distance was, the short distance. He broke this record, right? Let's just say, for sake of argument, he ran this particular length in, I don't know, 10 seconds. Really doesn't matter. Up until he did it, it was like historic facts. It was known that nobody could run this fast in this shorter period of time. Your heart would explode. It couldn't happen. It's impossible. And then this guy does it. He was a black guy, by the way, too. He does it, and then people was like, oh my God, his heart didn't blow up out of his chest. It can be done now, right? And then the next year, like 3 or 4 people broke his record because they believed it could be done now. They saw it with their own eyes that this black guy ran whatever that stretch of track that he ran in the short time frame that he did it in without his chest blowing up, and they was like, oh my goodness, it can be done. And we're sitting, our track meet is the weekly meetings. Our track meet where we see these great things happening is those conference calls, right? The weekly meetings, the conference calls, the conferences, the hot Saturdays, the super Saturdays, the daggone national conventions. Those are our track meets where we get to see these major athletes in travel break these records that we've never seen before, that people say it couldn't never happen, right? And we get to sit back and watch, and I'll cheer and clap you on for a second, but in the back of my mind, I'm saying, you know what? If that person can get up there and do it, I can do it. They ain't no better than me, right? They got the same 24 hours I got.
Absolutely, that's good.
What make them different? That's how you got to think. But if you're around people that don't talk like that, then they'll be like, man, shoot. They probably came here with a whole organization.
Shoot some more love out there,
They probably had something else. It's always a conspiracy theory. If you're hanging around a bunch of conspiracy theorists that don't nothing ever work right, you need to change your circle. Get around some people that just like us, applauding that guy. I'm applauding Mr. Cedric White, 5-star, headed to 6-star. I'm applauding him when he get that Rolex and he got that diamond ring. Because I'm saying to myself, he used to work at, Papa Do's restaurant.
Papa Do's.
He used to work at a restaurant. Now he, diamond rings and Rolex watches is $80,000 or something a month. It's possible. It can be done. He got the same 24 hours I got. He ain't no better than me. But if you ain't around to witness that, to experience that, to rub shoulders with people like that, somebody just got started in this industry a couple of weeks ago, they make a few moves and now, boom, they gold builder. What? You're a gold builder now? You're a travel broker now. Now you're getting 10% commissions off of everybody now? And you just got started. You ain't no better than me. Matter of fact, we got the same full-time job. Mm-hmm. But you got an extra $1,000 a month coming from your little part-time travel thing. Get around the right people to help your belief system go up. Start doing the right activities to help your belief system go up. Follow the leader. What is the person doing with their 24 hours that you're not doing with your 24 hours? You want what they got, but are you willing to do what they do? And eliminate the excuses.
Absolutely. I just want to say, we're going to be closing out in a few minutes. I just want to say, from the why to the storytelling to your belief system, if you all apply just what we went over tonight, you'll see how much more success you have, right? Use what I'm telling you. This information, apply it to your business tonight. Everything that you learned tonight. Tomorrow, when you go out, start applying what we're talking about and watch how you start create. Because watch this. When you start applying this, you're going to become more attractive. That's another training. But I just want to say to you, when you're talking to somebody negative, or maybe you might be talking to somebody that's on the fence, but because your why is big, you have a great story, and your belief system is high, they'll want to partner with you because you got all those things intact. They don't want to partner with somebody that's unsure.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, I got this little travel business, they making some good money here, I think you'll do good at it. No, you got to be, hey, listen, I found it. Donald Bradley, our chairman and founder of the board, he said, hey, I found it. You got to take a look at what I'm doing. This coming Thursday, we're having a major event. See, my energy's high. As a matter of fact, Mr. Scott, he's a 3-star director. He's going to be there. I definitely want to introduce you to him. This gentleman was able to bring his wife. There go the story. This gentleman was able to bring his wife home from work full time on a part-time basis. He was able to do that. And I'm gonna introduce you to this gentleman. I didn't say nothing about no comp plan, nothing about nothing. I just told a story. And you'll get some people that say, okay, I do want to meet that. As a matter of fact, again, there's another way. I'm leading into the three-way call. I'm edifying Mr. Scott. That's another training. You know, we got a lot up here, but at the end of the day, you know, facts tell, stories sell. Your why got to be major, and of course, your BS, your belief system got to be high. If you got all three of those humming, I mean, like smooth across the board, I'm telling you, you're going to be more attractive. You're going to get more people to listen to you. You're doing more three-way calls, and we'll have more people hitting the system.
And remember, we'll be right back here next week, same time, 8 o'clock. Listen, we love some feedback from you guys. So you guys, y'all got our number. Y'all got our Facebook inboxes. Give us your feedback. Any other questions you might have, or if you got some topics that you would like us to discuss or go over, please feel free to let us know. And we'll see y'all next week.
Remember this: program life, or life will program you. Let's go.
We out.
We out. What's the word Wednesdays? Don't miss it next week. That was still good, even though we had a little breakup. Some folks came back in, but